Welcome back to the channel. It has been about 4 months since we have put a video out, done a couple shorts maybe, but 4 months. We had a super long winter. Things are just warming up. We've got a lot of snow melt right now and the river's pretty high. Water is ice cold. I went in there today to retrieve my pump and it was really cold. But we've been up in the garden and I'm going to do a little garden update. But this video is kind of going to bounce all over the place. The first thing I want to talk about is a purchase we just made recently, and that was a 1/8 beef package from Ramstead Ranch. They are in Ione, Washington, which is northeast of us over the mountains in Washington State. And they deliver to Washington, Idaho. I'm not sure if they do Oregon. So if you're interested in this after all said and done, check out their website and I'll have a link below to that. But we bought a 1/8 beef package and their meat is all grass-fed, grass-finished, hormone-free, vaccine-free. They practice regenerative agriculture. Cows are given their best life possible. This is the sirloin tip steak that came with the package. Yeah, looks good. Mm-hmm. She juicy.
Delicious.
Mm. We are getting the greenhouse going here again, the hoop house. We've got cucumbers here. They're the English cucumbers, and Jen bought those, but we really wanted to do some cucumbers this year, so we got those. We have 4 tomatoes here that we got from our friend Erica down the road. Our little pawpaw over here is still alive and kicking. That was from Tom at Whistle Thicket. I got that from him several years. Boy, was that like 3 or 4 years ago, and that thing's only that big?
Well, I don't think we started the seed right away, and then the seed took forever to
Yeah,
sprout.
And we killed off the other 2, I think. So we got high hopes for this one this year. So over here, Jen has planned to put peppers in there along here. Then over here, more tomatoes. Mm-hmm. We are going to put little zucchini squash and stuff grows good in this, so we're going to try squash in that, and we're going to do one outside of the hoop house and see which one does better, in here or out there.
That'll be a butternut squash.
Butternut squash, yeah. And we've never had good luck with butternut squash here, so.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, yeah.
And then we have some ground cherries.
Yeah. Out here, made this bed recently, and that's got asparagus in the center, running down the center, and then onions on the outside.
On that one. Look at asparagus.
Yeah.
Asparagus.
Onion, yeah. And there's a clump of them here too that'll come up hopefully.
Okay. I have no idea what these red things are. I've seen several. Are those cranberries?
I think they're cranberries that you had me put in the compost, yeah. They just didn't break down. Haven't had enough time, apparently. So here's some more stuff we got to get in there. A lot of our starts, some stuff we bought there too.
The ruby red Swiss chard. There was something else I was going to show. I don't remember. Here's my ground cherries. Look how pretty. Aren't they the coolest plant?
Oh yeah, I already got them on there. Out here. And this bed over here has potatoes in it, and some more onions in there too, and then these pots have potatoes. I think these 3, those are empty right now, and then these 2 pots are empty waiting for something. I believe I've got potatoes in those 2. Probably should have kept better track of that, but I can dig my hands in there and check it out. Now the fig tree over here is being surrounded by knotweed, so we're gonna have to take care of that, as well as the hops over there.
Yeah, I want to take care of the knotweed for real this year.
Yeah. And then after we get this done in here, we're going to start prepping these beds. So we want to pull out what we want to leave. And Yeah, we'll
Not
see
to
how
mention
that
all
goes.
these shrubs.
Oh yeah.
Look at, I have lilacs, I have forsythia, 2 blueberry plants from my friend at work.
Nice.
Here's an elderberry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got to get that in the ground this year.
That's the good elderberry. We don't have the good stuff around here. We have like, what are the red ones?
Yeah, a wild one.
And this will be the black, blue, whatever.
Yeah.
That you can make medicinal stuff out of. And
Yeah.
now I'll show you my little water system here. So our cabin is down here. You kind of can't see it, but we have water running up. Comes up to this hose here. So I can just crank the water on down there. And then this year we bought a sprinkler. So early in the morning I can just crank that on, let the sprinkler go, and I can leave this valve open. So in the morning I don't have to come up here and open it. I just go crank it on. Then this one, I can open that valve, and that'll be for just watering inside the hoop house and the potatoes over there. And we have this nice wand that we can use for that. So Erica's tomatoes are tomatoes. We pretty much me. I'm the one that's up here most of the time, and I didn't transfer these into bigger pots, so they've just been stunted and kind of struggling inside these tiny pots. But they'll recover.
To be fair, we haven't been able to do anything outside until like a week or 2.
Yeah, now all of a sudden we get hit with a heat wave. We go from 40 degrees to 80, 90. So we'll get these in these bigger pots, and they'll do fine.
And I need to give 2 or 3 to my dad, so we'll pick some of those out.
All right. You know what I'd like to do at our corner property? I think if we built a greenhouse up there and it was insulated, nice little greenhouse, we could have it, say, lift the sides and everything, but then I could have a heater in there, so when we're waiting on springtime to come, or if it doesn't come, we could have our starts in there and it gets a good southern exposure up there, and then we wouldn't have, you know, we'd be able to put these in bigger pots, have them in a area where they're getting sun but staying warm at night. Now when I talk about having a greenhouse at the corner property where we have our trailer, there's actually power up there. We don't have power up here, so this is like off-grid gardening. So you can't really keep a heater up here, or else I'd insulate this greenhouse too. The other thing we need to do is the snow tore this greenhouse plastic, and that plastic's probably like 3-4 years old, and Jen wants to replace this whole thing. I've been really putting it off because I just don't want to do it, because it seems like we could repair it, but it'd be kind of a real pain to try to run the other plastic under it, because this slopes downhill, so you'd have to have the other plastic under it so the rain would keep going. But at any rate, I'll try to salvage as much of this as I can, because probably still get a couple more years out of parts of it for little hoop houses over raised beds. I do have greenhouse plastic, a couple rolls, so right now there's a tarp over it to keep it from all the rain blasted in here. All right, it is later in the day. We took a break midday because it was just too dang hot up here, but got a lot of stuff done in here. Stuff planted. We got a few more things to plant still, but she's taking shape. And then
Things are getting too hot along the wall there.
Too hot along the wall?
Along there where the sun was coming in the afternoon.
Oh yeah.
God, hot day.
Hot, hot. So we got these beds cleaned out and prepped. And tomorrow morning we'll finish planting, get stuff done up here. We got some comfrey. I'm going to move down to the backyard of the cabin where we used to have the meat birds. Just want to I want to grow a lot of comfrey, so we've got a bunch over there also. So tomorrow we're going to fill more pots, fill these beds, and we got pots up here, pots over there, more pots back there. We got a lot of stuff to plant, so we'll probably fill them all. But like I said, comfrey here, really pretty comfrey flowers. All right, it is Monday. Yesterday, Sunday, we did not go back up to the garden. We got it kind of squared away. We have a few more things to plant, but we decided since it was Jen's last day here before she went back to town, we were going to work on the paneling up here because I really need her to help me with that because it's flimsy, floppy, awkward stuff to work with. So we just have there at the panel box, that section there and that one there to finish. But we've got the back room here where the bedroom's going to be. That's all finished. Now Jen wants to paint all of this white and it won't clash so much with this wood if it clashes. But anyway, she wants to paint it white so it's not just the 70s panel-y looking stuff. Here we got the trim on the ceiling, the middle trim. So that worked out good. And we got the kitchen light back in. So things are slowly taking shape up here. It's hard to make a video of, the trailer build because we're just doing things back and forth. I have a side gig that I do, a clean cabin, so I'm doing that a lot of times. Then we're bouncing back up here or bouncing to the garden, and then Jen works during the week, so she's not here during the week. What I'm going to do when Jen and I get finished with this, we'll do like a tiny home build video. And then the same with our basement build. We finally put stairs, like a ladder, in our basement at the cabin. So we're going to do a cabin basement build and show it from when it was just a mud hole down there. And so that should be pretty cool. Anyway, that's where we're at with the tiny home trailer. We got this nice oven stove here. Pretty expensive at Lowe's. My brother that passed away, that was one of the last things he grabbed for us. He was always finding stuff for us. He got it free at a garage sale. It was missing this back piece and we managed to find it online. So yeah, that's going to be perfect size little 20-inch stove up here against the wall over there, and then we'll have the sink and stuff over here. Okay, that was a quick little update. It is starting to rain and there's some serious thunder and lightning coming this way, so I got to get out of here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.